Hello everyone and welcome back to one of my reviews. So in today's video, I'll be reviewing the new Kraken from Hong Kong watch brand Phoibos. So the Kraken is not only Phoibos' latest dive watch, it is also one of its best spec'd to date. So let's see if it's any good. Let's start with the specifications. No, like its predecessors, I would say that the Phoibos Kraken has remarkable specifications for the price. So first and foremost, the Kraken uses a double dome sapphire crystal. As aforementioned numerous times in my previous reviews, I'm a huge advocate for sapphire crystal, right, due to its inherent, scratch resisting properties. Personally, I always look for sapphire crystal in my modern watches, as it just adds greatly to the durability of the watch. Now the sapphire here is also coated with 3 layers of anti-reflective coating, so you don't have to worry about unwanted reflections on Kraken. So you don't really get any, as you can see, don't really get any reflections here. So as its name suggests, it's also a bona fide dive watch. It has 300 meters of water resistance rating, which is made possible due to its screw-down crown as well as, screw-down caseback. Beating inside, the Kraken is the Miyota 915 movement, which is a substantial upgrade over the usual NH5 that powers most of Phoibos watches. So for those of you that don't know, the Miyota 915 is a more affordable alternative to the ETA 2824. It beats brings closer to the camera. So it beats at 4 Hz like its Swiss counterpart, which translates, as you can see, to a smoother sweep of the second hand. It has about 42 hours of power reserve, 24 joules, and has hacking seconds. So let me just stop and show you guys. So if you pull on the crown, you can see that the second hand actually stopped moving. So unlike most of the 8 series, Miyota 8 series, the 9 series actually has hacking seconds, which is a good touch, I would say, for watch enthusiasts. So yeah, now moving on to the metal bracelet. The metal bracelet of a Kraken, I would say, is very well milled and robust, so it feels very sturdy and it's very comfortable to wear. I would also say it's quite aesthetically striking, so you can see that the center links are sort of fashioned to resemble scales, like Kraken, So there's not much in terms of, I would say, contrasting finishing, but the buckle does feature a very nice sort of satin brushing, as well as some chamfered polishing on the edges. And you guys can hear this, but it actually secures very nicely with a very reassuring click. So let me just show you guys. There you go. So it really secures very nicely, very securely. Now the bracelet also has a diverse extension, which will definitely come in handy, if you guys are wearing a watch. So this sort of opens the bracelet, whereas here, you can actually extend the bracelet. So when you wear this over a wetsuit, if you are diving, you can wear a more comfortable wear, I guess. So I'm sure that 99% of wearers, including me, will never dive with the Kraken on, but I think it's a nice touch for the 1% that might. Now, being a dive watch, the Lume is also pretty impressive. It has 15 layers of BGW9 as well as C3 Superluminova. So then pop out a Lume shot here. It glows like a torch in the dark, so you don't have to worry about not being able to tell the time at night. All in all, I would say that the Kraken really packs a lot of specs for its 400 USD price tag. It has a double dome sapphire crystal, triple AL coating, a Miyota 915 movement, and even a well-made, very striking bracelet as a diverse extension, and one of the brightest lume that I've ever seen in a dive watch. So it takes a lot of boxes at its 400 USD price point. Now let's move on to the design. While it's not particularly innovative, I would say that the Kraken has enough going for it to warrant a second glance. The main intrigue, I would say, lies in this champagne dial of the Kraken, which is a very rare color, I would say, in the affordable dive watch segment. It's executed well, and it reminds me of the copper dial of my Longines Heritage 1945. So let me bring this closer to the camera, give us a closer look. You can see that the dial has a slight sunburst pattern, which gives it some texture. I love how Phoibos has taken the extra step to, let me move the hands away. There you go. So what I was going to say was, I love how Phoibos has taken the extra step to actually opt for a champagne date wheel, which allows it to blend very seamlessly the rest of the dial. The date wheel also, let me show you guys, also features alternating colors, red and white. So you can see now the date is white, but then if you switch, there you go, red, white, red, white, red, white. So it adds a very whimsical, I would say, touch to the dial, which I appreciate. Elsewhere, you can see that the hands and the initials are quintessentially Phoibos because they are white, and it feels appropriate given the monstrous name of the watch. In contrast, This bezel, this stainless steel bezel, feels a bit more derivative in its design. Although I suppose it could also be viewed as reassuring familiar because it just conjures to mind like a Seiko monsters, right? Like the dial, there is the 120 click unidirectional bezel is brushed for added texture, and its red tip I think complements the red tip second hand as well as in the red text quite well. Yes, like a nice sporty touch to the watch. I also find this bezel to be robustly made. You can see very reassuring clicks, very easy to rotate, very little to no play. So yeah, very well done. And you can see that it aligns as well with something that not even Seiko divers at this price point, necessarily have. So I would say, moving on to the case side, you can see the case is pretty simple for the price point. Not much in terms of case finishing, just very simply brushed on both sides of the case. Although we do get a signed crown here, but yeah, overall very simply brushed, nothing much. But again, it's at this price point, you don't really expect much. That being said, I really do like how the lugs are. You can see how voluptuous some of these twisted lugs are. So just gives you a little bit more dimension, I would say. Very nice touch, I would say. I really do like the lugs. Moving on to the case back, again, not much. The case back is very simple. Let me show you guys, like sort of a little artwork or little motif of like a kraken gobbling up a cargo ship. So not much there, but hey, something's better than nothing. Okay, let me put this on the wrist and show you guys how it wears. Alright, despite being a serious dive watch, the Kraken is actually pretty wearable. With a 41mm case diameter, as well as a 50mm lug-to-lug length, the Kraken actually wears smaller than anticipated, to the point where I even found myself pairing with formal wear. That's also due to the relative slimness at 11.3mm. The Kraken was able to slide under a shirt cuff, albeit just about. So overall, I would say that the Kraken is definitely Phoibos' best dive watch to date. Despite its affordable price tag, it features very premium specifications, right? You have a double dome sapphire crystal with triple AR coating, Miyota 915 movement, Superluminova, etc. And it's a bona fide dive watch as well, with diver extension and 300 meters of water resistance. As you guys can see, the textured champagne dial really do pop, and it's very visually arresting. And I do actually grew to really like some of this scale aspect design, which is very different, I would say, from like the Oyster Bracelet you find at most affordable dive watches. It's also very comfortable on the wrist now. It's very comfortable. The brand Phoibos says that a lot of improvements have been made to enhance the wearing comfort, and it really does tell. And coupled with like the restrained dimensions, yeah, I really do like this watch. If you're in the market for like an affordable dive watch, the Phoibos Kraken, I would say, is undoubtedly one of the best options at a sub 500 USD price point. Alright, if you're interested in purchasing a Kraken, you can use the promo code WASOSHIOK to enjoy 10% off the Kraken and other watches on Phoibos web store. After the promo code, the Kraken will cost only 405 USD or about 550 Singapore dollars, which makes it great bang for buck given its specs. Okay, and that rounds up my review for today. If you liked the video, do give a thumbs up, do share around, do subscribe to the channel, and as always, comment down below, let me know what you think of this watch. I'll see you guys in my next video. Ciao!